everybody. And before you sink your teeth into another pretzel-filled tripod episode, let me explain to those who are new, this is a spinoff of the Steel Rail After Party podcast, which is hosted by Jake and Zanka. The Steel Rail After Party podcast is listen to it on all your finest listening platforms where they talk about WWE wrestling. It's a comedy podcast. This is the spinoff of that. You can follow the hosts of the Steel Rail After Party podcast at Steel Rail After Party on Instagram. He's very funny, does all kinds of memes. The Sheriff Zanka, give him all the love in the world. And the second host is Jake at Funko Fat Guy. He has his own channel on YouTube as well. He deals with Funko Pops, all that shit. Also, the host of the Tripod, I am Mangria Fuel, but you can follow the other hosts of the Tripod at Julius_Caesar on Instagram. Very funny follow. Check him out. And at Sticks Adam as well. We have a fourth member of the Tripod, the Great Bretsky 99 as well. Go ahead and give him some love. And have fun, enjoy, stay entertained, stay offended, and stay informed. Enjoy the Tripod.
I see dead people. Hated to love it, the underdogs on top. And I'm gon' shine, homie, until my heart stop. Go ahead, envy me. I'm Raps MVP, and I ain't going nowhere, so you keep. The underdogs on top. The underdogs on top. Go ahead, envy me. The underdogs on top. And I ain't going nowhere, so you can get to know me. Rockin' like a 6 on top. Whole club rockin' like a 6. Rockin' like a 6 on top. Whole club rockin' like a 6. Rockin' like a 6 on top. The underdogs on top. Rockin' like a 6 on top. This nigga did it again. Let me put you on the game.
Hello, pretzels, and welcome back to the Tripod. That's right, we're back. We're here. We're talking wrestling. We're talking the A show. We're talking NXT. That's right. The top of the show is the North American Championship match. It's Oba Femi versus Lexis King. Byron remains on commentary. Mr. Stone walks out. Lexis distracted. Oba wins. What a letdown. I mean, it was a really quick match. You know, I thought Lexis would put up a more of a fight, but it's all right. It was a change of pace for the open of NXT with this quickie Caesar. Oba retains, which is good because I didn't want Lexis to win that championship. But I mean, the match was pretty lackluster, if you ask me.
I didn't care about this shit. That nigga didn't slide out in the chair.
Why you gonna get an entrance, huh?
No, he didn't get. Nobody got an entrance. The only point of Lexis King right now is he talk in the ring, he be creepy backstage, and he slide out in that goddamn chair. He won't backstage, he ain't cut no promo, and there was no chair. You fucking up, Master Michaels. You fucking up. You got one more time. We all know NXT have the heat bangers. Okay? An okay match. I'm mad at it. It wasn't no complete waste of time. It's not like some shit I'd see on Wednesday. Speaking of which, I didn't finish Wednesday. So I don't know where y'all gonna go. Y'all gonna talk for most of it. I didn't finish it.
It's going to be brief.
So
you mean to tell me I watched like 7 hours of AEW television and we're gonna take like 7 minutes to fucking talk about it?
Wait a minute.
First of all, we never talk about Collision or Ram Trash on this show.
Hold on, 7 minutes. So what are we doing? An
Six
extended
minutes and 59 seconds too long, right?
Are we including the deleted scenes this week? 7 minutes. Look at this guy over here. But anyway, I digress, Sticks. Change of pace for the beginning of NXT. What'd you think of this quickie championship defense?
Yeah, like Cesar said, we didn't even get the freaking chair entrance. The thing I thought, I was like, man, this guy's has got more NXT North American Championship opportunities than 3/4 of the roster and probably a majority of the black and gold roster. I mean, this guy is always hanging around the North American Championship picture, and doesn't have everything to show from it. Like we didn't, like Cesar said, we didn't even get the chair entrance. So, I mean, good on Oba. Master Michaels threw him a jobber match basically since we're getting towards the end of February. So we know he's gonna wrap this thing up pretty quick and move on back to the 11 months where everybody else's other colors are gonna have longer matches and get more opportunities and the fine people that have their own month. So he's put a quick bow on it and kept this thing moving.
The February men's days are numbered. Up next, JC, Thea, and who discuss Thea's Valentine's date with Riley. Adriana Grace eavesdropping. She says Thea scared Riley off. Feathers are ruffled. I could not stop staring at that other chick. I don't know who the fuck that was, but she fine.
I already told you who that was. I looked her up. She's in the calendar.
I don't listen to you. Lyra and Tatum chatting in the locker room. Lyra asks her to stay away during her match. She'll give her a prize. If she stays away, she's getting a prize. Wolf Dog's out. Nathan and Axiom out. Chase U out. Ava says Nathan and Axiom versus Chase U to determine the number one contenders for the tag titles. Not Kenzie interviews Roxanne. No one cares. Roxanne versus Ren Sinclair. Ren's gear, very uninspired. If Roxy goes full heel, I think that would make her way more interesting. And plus, she'd wear all black and slap Booker T around. Roxanne wins. Nothing to write home to mom about here. Sticks. We got all kinds of fuckery. You want to comment on any of that shit?
Nah.
Cesar?
You don't listen to me anyway.
What'd you say? Up next, it's Chase U versus Nathan and Axiom. Tag team contenders match. The Fast and the Fraserous.
Shut the fuck up.
Flying all over that ring. Duke busting out a unique fall-away senton, which attacked both Axiom and Frazier. Avalanche Spanish Fly hulks up Duke. Match ends with Andre reversing Frazier's momentum into a pin. It was a great fucking match. The Good Brothers attack. What the fuck? This is interesting. The only thing I'm kind of worried about is they say sometimes when they send main roster people to NXT, it's kind of to refresh their characters, like give them something to do. We've seen people go to NXT and then they're gone. Mandy Rose, Dolph Ziggler. I hope this isn't like a final chapter in the Good Brothers book. But I mean, I love the Good Brothers. Luke Gallows, I love that guy. I hope this is a career resurgence for them, Cesar. What did you think of this tag team contenders match?
I don't think it's gone. I mean, Dolph Ziggler still got like 2 more years after he went and got a championship and then left. They sent Becky down. She won the championship, kept some time off, had that great match with Tiffy. Technically pulled Tiffy up with her. I think now when they're sending people up, Corbin sent him down. He won a championship now. So that's 2 for 2. Yeah, they sent Mandy down, and Mandy refreshed her career, but
Apollo
getting naked online was more important to her than wrestling. So that's kind of her fault. They told her, hey, just quit getting naked online. She was like,
fuck that.
Nah, yeah, there's simps out here. I can make money showing some titties. So she kind of did it to herself. That's not I think this is gonna be good for the Good Bros, though. I mean, they're the Good Bros. You all know Corbin can't stay down there long. You got a SmackDown contract. You need to go up to the main roster. This is Corbin's last run. Not Corbin. Braun's last run. Hell, if they want to put Corbin on SmackDown, he's free to go wherever the fuck you want. You can keep the Whoop Dogs up there if they're ever gonna split the tag belts again or have one belt. Hey, fuck it, man, give the Whoop Dogs. Let them go on both shows and whoop ass. I wouldn't be personally. I'm not going to be. I think this was just a way to give Braun another title, which I don't know. I mean, like, what he's not like I don't know. Melo never won the tag title, so I guess he's not a Triple Crown champ either. I don't know if they're doing that anymore, but I mean, it was great for the run down there for Adam Cole, Johnny, Tommaso, all the black and gold guys who did it. Fucking ruled at it. So I don't know. Whatever. But there was a match. The match was great. It was excellent. We all know. I don't know how he does it. We all know Adult Bretsky wrestling in that sweater, fucking buttoned up shirt and a tie, out there cooking in them J's, and Duke just half naked jumping all around. But yeah, did they put on a good show? It was a great show. It's a great match. We know Axum and Nate Frazier are great singles guys who do have a lot of time together in the ring. So they are a good team as well. I was thoroughly entertained. I think it'll be a good match with the Wolf Dogs and an Andre Chase size ass whooping. There's some history there. And Braun was wearing all black, just being a complete asshole between him and Mr. Chase. And I think the Good Bros being down there is a good thing. Say that. There's a corny line from me. Good Bros, good thing. Just like I don't know what the fuck he said.
Well, yeah, I mean, Styx. This could be a way for them to take the titles, possibly. I mean, because like you said, Cesar, Braun, he's already SmackDown. He's a SmackDown guy. I would like to see Corbin go after the North American Championship. I want Corbin to win one more singles title before he departs NXT. But Styx, this contenders match was incredible. Two great teams that can go. What'd you think of this?
I thought the match was really good. With Frazier and Axiom, we've seen, like Cesar said, two great singles guys. They have come together, formed a really good tag team. Like, you always hope when you get two singles guys, they can form at least a formidable tag team. Like these guys, like if you haven't watched NXT and you just watched it like the first time and you saw these guys, you think they were a bona fide tag team that's been together for a while. So I mean, we got that with them, and going against Chase U. I mean, Andre and All Dookie, they're former NXT tag team champions. They were made a promise by the family, and of course, the family lost, so they felt like they should be first in line. Frazier and Axiom both thought they weren't. I thought they should be, since they were the last team to lose to the Wolf Dogs. This is a really good tag team match. Both tag teams have great chemistry. And it showed. Andre Chase and them were able to get Andre was able to get the roll up and get the dub for the team. And I think it's gonna be good for the Good Brothers. You haven't really seen, outside of just some backstage segments, like they haven't really done much. Like they accompany Michin out there for like a minute to tweet it, and they're back in the locker room. This will give them something to do while they're trying to figure out like what's going on with AJ. Like, are the whole group going to go like the way he's going, or are they going to split off? I mean, I hope they don't. I mean, I think it would be good if they all stay together. But I think it'll be great for the Good Brothers. Get down there, maybe become NXT Tag Team Champions, carry them to maybe stay and deliver. But I don't think they're going to go anywhere, because I think WWE saw what happened the last time they left. They reemerged back over in New Japan. They showed up in TNA. They showed why they're a really good tag team. They could do stuff outside of like what Cesar said, the Fed, and that they can still make money, rake money, and do it their way. So they're like a really good tag team that doesn't need to be on a big stage to still be able to have a big presence on TV and still collect gold and cash checks.
They should bring Michin with them and have the OC just be like a superpower in NXT. Have Michin take out fucking Lyra, because no one cares about Lyra.
No one cares about that. Michin been cooking on SmackDown. If you've been watching SmackDown, she been cooking. I wouldn't be mad at that either.
That would be nice.
Get her with some flesh blood.
Keith Lee made a mark on NXT. Now it's time for his woman to go and throw that sniz around and make a mark as well. Up next, Dragunov video promo talking about Mello. He coming from Mello's soul. Fallon and Thea in the locker room. I missed something. So I'm going to keep reading, but one of you are going to go, what about and I'm going to be like, oh yeah, I missed it. Fallon and Thea in the locker room chatting about their problems. They bonding, I guess. All right, maybe another tag team. Who cares? Lash Legend with Miss Jackson versus Kalani Jordan. Will the power of Lash squash the spunk of Kalani? The February power is working for both women here. Great performance from Kalani. She continues to get better and better, but thanks to some Miss Jackson shenanigans, Kalani is slam dunked, giving Lash the win. Kiana and Izzy attempt to attack Kalani, but she gets away. Did I miss anything? Because I'm about to go to the main event.
Yeah, we know what you missed, and I'm not gonna bring it up.
It's Thea and the chick that I don't know who it is, isn't it? It's and Jason.
No, see, fuck you, Sangria. You want me to say it, don't you? You what? Wait, was that last week or was it this week? Was that fucker in that barbershop this week?
No
yeah,
way.
it was.
No
It
way.
Was, yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, the barbers, because they changed the name.
Damn.
It was like a members only. It was
a members only
barbershop.
cut whiz. Yeah, and they changed the whole background and everything.
Fuck yeah, they did.
You stupid, but you wanted me to bring up that bullshit barbershop.
I didn't know. I want to know now. Somebody tell me.
This is good hosting. He brought his good hosting.
Hey, that's why there's three of us. Somebody
Carmelo's bitch ass was in that fucking barbershop. Now it's cut whiz members only. He the only nigga in there. So nobody getting their hair cut. No, that one Puerto Rican nigga ain't cutting nobody's hair. He's just sitting in there. He was talking about how Trick could have been the fourth man, the third man, the second man in NXT, but he tried to be the first man. And he said, Melo's always first. He goes, I even let you get over by saying Trick and Melo gang. And you know Melo's first. He just kept going on like that. So he said, I had to take you out. I had to get you before you got me. And blah, 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 blah. Again, the girl's name is Jasmine Nix, but she spells it weird. It's like the hot girl you can't think of.
Okay.
The one that you were paying attention to more than the whole the other two girls that chase you.
Can you blame me?
No, not one bit. Her Instagram pretty. Her Instagram pretty good.
So he was sitting in Cut Wiz the whole time cutting a promo?
Cutting a promo by his damn self. By his damn self. And the barbershop looked new. It's like got color and shit now. It ain't just no white and black cardboard looking piece of shit. It was all new. He in there with that fucking black shit on with no t-shirt. Still wearing the Shawn Michaels turn on you attire. Just talking cash shit. And that's why Dragunov cut the promo later saying, come see me face to face. Because they both weren't in the arena.
What do you think of Lash versus Kalani, Cesar?
It was a good match. I don't know, man. Like we said, it might be the year of Lash Legend. Lash Legend been getting good lately. She been cooking. I ain't mad at it. Obviously, Miss Jackson was out there. Good, as she needs to. He's sucking on that lollipop. I ain't mad at that either. But we all know Kalani was on the rise, so it's February. Power's working. The ladies out there. Then Lash gets the dub, as she should, with the damn choke slam, with the distraction from Miss Jackson, and then Shawn Michaels' old favorite Blackie lady, who used to be under that desk, came out here and fight his new number one, Blackie lady, just trying to stomp her out in the ring. Just a bunch of hate going around. Bitch need to let that shit go. Must be time months. I don't know how that shit works.
And he had that face, the one behind you. He had that face while he was watching this. It was right when he was busting. Sticks, what did you think of the revitalized Cut Wiz segment, and then Lash versus Kalani?
Like I've said previously, I'm here for heel Melo. Like I think this is going to be a great. If it's his last ride down in NXT, I think this would be great. Like I think he's embracing this, and this comes off as natural to him. I like how he just plays that he's played into like his saying, Melo don't miss. He's walking around like that guy that does it. He talked. I loved how he talked about Trick being the guy, his number two. How they even did the flashbacks of those guys in Cut Wiz, and all the way rising up to when Melo turned on him. So I'm here for heel Melo. I think it's going to be one of his great runs in NXT. Lash and Kalani, I thought it was a great match. Like we talked about, it did a lot for both. Like Kalani looked good, while Lash shows why she's like that strong, imposing force in there. Like Kalani was doing the speed move, stuff like that, and right when she was going to get ready to maybe do a high top rope move, heel lash it, her friend Miss Jackson showed why she comes out, why she's there. She proved and she showed that she gave that slight distraction. Kalani took her eye off Lash, got choke slam, and Lash was able to pick up that 1, 2, 3, keep the momentum going while allowing Kalani to look good. And then Kiana and the assistant 2.0 come out. Kalani was able to duck and dodge them, get out of the ring. So I mean, it was a great match with.
You also forgot about Noam Dar and the fuck boys we don't care about.
Okay.
They came in the room. They having a match next week for the cup.
Well, one thing I want to say before we move on is Kalani Jordan. She looked incredible in this match. She looked good in this match, and she looked good in the women's breakout final versus Lola. I think Kalani just keeps getting better and better. I can't wait to see more of her matches. And then Lash, like you guys said, she's a killer now. Lash is a killer now. She's going to break all these women, and I'm here for it. It was great. The main event was for the NXT Women's Championship. It was Lyra versus Shotzi. Shotzi is way more comfortable in NXT. Where has this Shotzi been? Very smooth, very fluid match here. Shotzi did an apron DDT, but to the outside, that looked great. Oh, fuck. Shotzi's down. Just when I started
smooth, so fluid, looked really good.
This is where she injured herself. I see. What a bummer. She is hopping, trying to continue, but she is very upset. This is all during the commercial picture-in-picture. Why didn't they carry her out? She walks out with assistance. Lyra was obviously going to win this, but it was good until this. Ava comes out throwing her teeth around, saying it's an open challenge now. To which the killer answers said open challenge. Lash comes out there. She pulling double duty tonight. It's 1 minute overtime. Roxanne was pissed she missed the open challenge announcement. But she's coming off a win. She did lose. Lyra retained. It's sad for Shotzi. She'll live. I think Shotzi should just be a host. I don't think she should wrestle anymore. She just keeps getting injured. It's sad but true. Like that.
Well, she left for her brother, so that wasn't an injury. That was like family thing. But now she's injured. Yeah.
Who's that one bitch who teams with Natalia who keeps getting injured? Oh, was it
Tegan Knox?
Tegan Knox. She keeps getting, like, these bitches keep getting injured. It's fine, but it's sad. Sticks, what'd you think of this main event? We got Lyra versus Shotzi and then Lash.
Yeah, like you said, for the brief moment, Shotzi actually looked like she belonged in the ring, and then the apron DDT, and she ends up blowing her knee out. I liked how they were able to on the fly move along. Bringing Lash out was a good call. Like, if she's having this momentum, so throw her in there. See how she would look in a women's championship match. She didn't look terrible. I mean, she looked good. The ending, I was kind of surprised with the ending for the splash, but I mean, she's a bigger woman. Lyra couldn't do the Falcon Arrow that she normally does. It'd be a little bit harder for her. So I was kind of thinking the same thing. Like, how's she gonna beat her? Her finisher can't really do it on her because she's a bigger woman. But I mean, it was okay for the circumstances for how we started the match to where we got to. So Lyra was able to retain. Lash looked good in it. Lyra looked like Lyra. Kind of an odd way to end NXT, just like how it was an odd way to beginning. So it kind of open and close. Not great, but I mean, you're gonna have shows like that, so just got to keep moving on.
Yeah, the bookends were bent on this episode of NXT. But Sticks, I know what you said about Lyra couldn't hit the Michinoku driver, whatever the fuck she does. But she does have a roundhouse kick she used to finish match. Maybe she couldn't get her leg that high because that splash, the last move was like, really? That's what put Lash away? But, they had to think on the fly. I like how they added that Roxanne element. Like, I wonder how much planning went into that. The Cross IQ was like, oh yeah, get Roxanne in here to be pissed off that she didn't.
Saxton was talking about, like, Saxton and Vic were talking about it, and next thing you know, they pan out, And there's like 3 girls staying in the locker room and they're watching us. Like, what's going on? And Roxanne comes out like she just got out of the shower, and they said, oh, they told her what happened, and she throws the TV and storms off. So it was just like it was perfect how they did that.
She was wiping Booker's jizz off her mouth. Wait, what did I miss? Cesar, what did you think of the main event this week for NXT?
Yeah, it got a little fuckery up in there. Sorry, the shots, yeah. I mean, we'll never wish injury on none of these people. They spend their lives getting swole, working out, to entertain us ignorant motherfuckers who like to come on here and talk a little shit. So yeah, sucks that one of the soccer player injuries. What is some in her leg snapped, but she still walked it off.
The ACL? The ACL?
Yeah, I think she got an ACL or an AC something else. I don't know, whatever. Fuck, one of them shanks got fucked up. ACL or TCL, one of them shits. I mean, that sucks. She's probably still walking around, but yeah, she ain't gonna be running and gunning no time soon. Sorry for your shots, but yeah, she did look comfortable in the ring, comfortable in NXT, which I thought we were gonna get at least something entertaining out of it. Because I guess depending on the opponent, Lyra can be all right in the ring. They're just boring as fuck. Bitch need to get the damn wings and shit back. At least I was like, oh, look at this crazy bitch. She crazy, so at least gave me something to focus on. But yeah, Lash went out there and did her thing as she had to do to keep the show going, showing that she's a team player and doing that. And yeah, Roxanne was funny, throwing the fucking TV. I mean, couldn't have been no big TV, even though they're $1 billion company.
It was a Fisher Price. It was a Fisher.
Yeah, that shit was like a 27-inch TV because little ass Roxanne ain't chucking that shit. No, not far. But yeah, shit was funny as hell. That was entertaining as well. But yeah, overall, yeah, it's all right match. And then I guess we'll see for the HLA that Lyra got for I don't know what that bitch is.
Tatum.
Yeah. Her.
Yeah, it should
got her.
We got that episode coming up tomorrow, but until then, it's Wednesday night, ladies and gentlemen, and you know what that means. We loosely pay attention to some all elite trash. So I'm just gonna start from where I was interested. It's Timeless Toni Storm versus local jobber. Didn't even write her name down. The significant part of this match is that she was going to win with a break a leg, her ankle lock submission, which just makes me love Timeless Toni Storm even more. But she changed it up for I forgot what Virtuosa calls it. It's the Rings of Saturn, basically. But she won
the Venus de Milo.
There you go, the Venus de Milo. She did that to send a message to old Deanna, who then comes out to spoil the celebration for her own match versus Madison Rayne. Man, she looks rough. Madison Rayne's got meth face. She's like the Natalia of AEW. I haven't paid attention to her career. I just know that she's a trainer and she's a veteran. But yeah, she hit a flatliner, which Madison went deep head first into that mat. That look, I mean, well, how perfect is it that she did that in AEW, the land of injuries? I guess she was fine, but the ref kept checking on her. It was crazy. Of course, Deanna wins. Timeless tries to attack her with the shoe, fails. And as Luther is carrying her out, she applies the lipstick over and over, fucking Fatal Attraction style. Anything that Toni Storm is involved with is gold. I will not miss it anymore. I regret missing Wet Ink. But yeah, Timeless. We got Deanna. We got Madison. We got this whole segment, 2 matches, Sticks. What did you think of this? And if you want to comment on any, like the beginning of Dynamite, I do have the main event notes, but it's barely any other notes other than this.
Yeah, Timeless out, Toni out there killing it. I love the half and half screen that they did when Deanna came down. You had the 1/2 color, 1/2 black and white with Timeless. Yeah, with the whole thing with Madison, that didn't look good. Like she also didn't look good. Like Madison did not. Like I legit thought they were gonna like call it. You could even see that the doctor their ring doc approached the ring and they kind of waved him off, but she didn't look good. Good on Deonna to be able to apply the ankle lock, and they were able to roll it up real quick. Yeah, Tony coming out with the shoe. Deonna able to deduct that, and like you said, the lipstick applying afterwards, like Fatal Attraction. I just want to comment on two things that I saw on AEW television this week. One,
You can take all the time you want. I'm watching Timeless Tony right now.
we have got to cool with the fucking time limit draws. Jesus. This is the second one like this month. We had Hangman and Swerve like, what was it, 2-3 weeks ago?
2 weeks
And now
ago.
you did it with FTR and Mox and Claudio.
Also, they were both the first match of the show.
Exactly. What's common with this shit, Tony Khan? It's the reason why you didn't win Booker of the Year. There's a reason why Trips beat you. Like they don't like WWE doesn't even announce this shit that it goes 20-minute time limit. They don't even do that shit because guess what? They wrap that shit up and we keep the show moving. There's the reason why. Take notes. And I don't know if you boys saw I think it was on Rampage.
Absolutely
Forget the
not.
tag team.
Absolutely not.
But
I have it recorded, so I can watch it if you tell me.
There was a jobber tag team that had a white guy and a dark guy. And the dark guy's tag team name was Cappuccino Jones, boys.
What the fuck?
I shit you not. It was, and I watched it. I was like, well,
Racist.
exactly. Because they had them lined up, and it was like James Lyons and Cappuccino Jones. They had the white guy and the Mr. and one of the February boys. And I was like, well, maybe it's mixed up. Maybe the white guy's actually called Cappuccino. Nope. When the February man himself was in the ring, they were saying Cappuccino Jones. And I was like, boy, either this is what he's really going by in the Indies, or Tony Khan couldn't come up with anything original, and he's racist.
Wait,
he's
so
definitely
the white guy wasn't even named like Vanilla Bean Byron or like
That would have been
it's like-
fucking. Oh my god.
It was like James Lyons or something like that. It was something Lyons, like
Should have been
LYO.
like vanilla pump syrup or something, and Cappuccino Jones.
Well, shit, you could have had it been Sammy Starbucks or something. Fuck, who knows? You could have done something. I don't know. But yeah, those are only two things. Outside that, we're gonna get Daniel Bryan and Eddie Kingston. They had Daniel in the main event on commentary for the main event. Eddie's great on commentary. Nigel's just his hate for the American Dragon, him trying to goat Eddie into saying something like, what do you think of Bryan Danielson winning the Bryan Danielson technical wrestler of the year? And Eddie's like, I don't pay attention to those whack awards, those awards that don't mean nothing. Like, it kept goading him into it. That was probably the only really good thing on Rampage. But yeah, those are the two things I saw. Tony Khan, you gotta quit it with the fucking time limit draws, and he's a racist. Cappuccino Jones.
Well, Sticks, instead of putting Rampage and Collision on your regularly scheduled wrestling appointed viewing, let's move APPW up that list. But let me just read the rest of my notes because there's barely a Sting and Darby video. Sting's dad has died. Wardlow goes out to the ring and whines. And the main event was Swerve, Brian Cage, Samoa Joe versus Hook, RVD, and Hangman. Tranny Manson ruining the match by existing. I'm guessing Brian Cage is in this match only to take the pin, right? Not a pretty match. Clunky. Hook and RVD not as smooth as usual. Nobody gets higher than RVD. Clever. Very clever, man in the mask. My Sling TV froze, so I don't even know what happened at the end of this. Cesar, do you have any bits, any side notes you want to add to the all elite viewing this week?
You said Sting's dad died and Christian Cage didn't come out?
He should be watching. He's probably writing his promo right
He's
now.
probably writing his promo
Talk
against
about
Sting,
that.
man.
Like, can we talk about that real quick with him and Danny?
Danny
The address
Garcia?
that The address that he gave was a fucking funeral, was a fucking cemetery. Was an actual cemetery that they gave for that fucking for his mom. Like somebody Googled it and they showed a picture of it. Legit fucking the captain, the captain himself, fucking just killing it out there, man. This guy is fucking. He's the reason why if you watch ATW, time you find out Christian Cage is on Dyna Trash, Ram Trash, or Collision, you got to watch it because he's going to give you at least 10 minutes of great entertainment. I'm sorry to interrupt you, Cesar.
No, I told you. Because that motherfucker the cap. That motherfucker the cap. Yeah. Him and Booty Storm are the only thing saving this shit brand. And I don't even know if I showed up on AEW, I could save that shit brand. Okay. And I save shit brands all the time. Okay. But God damn it, the Captain and Booty Storm are keeping these assholes afloat. And that's it. Oh, plus, Deonna Purrazzo, I peed her butt. Damn right I would. But other than that, I got no views about anything else that happened on it.
Christian has
that split screen shit. That split screen shit was dope. Troy, get your ass out of that truck, okay? Get your ass out of that truck. Come back to AEW, motherfucker. Troy, I don't know why you went over there. Huh? I don't know why. Look, Master Michaels ain't gonna be around for too long. Troy, get your dumb ass back to AEW. And that split by split shit was dope. That shit was gold.
Well, TNA had a PLE as well. It was called No Surrender. We're kicking things off with EY versus Frankie Kazarian with a new theme, by the way.
Oh, wait. We're talking about the pay-per-view before the show?
I'm not talking about the show. Number one contender match for the TNA title. The king of TNA faces his longtime friend, turned enemy here. Always great to see two guys with a ton of history together face off. Chemistry there, story there. The crowd is hot. EY kicks out of the Fade to Black. Frustrated with the ref, Frankie turns his back to EY, which was a big mistake because EY rolls up and pins Frankie with the crucifix for the win. Post-match, Frankie takes out his frustration on the ref and beats the fuck out of this ref. The security putties are out to help. Yep. But, you know, it was a great kickoff. I mean, you got two veterans. They know what they're doing. They know how to start a PLE. Cesar, what'd you think of the first match of No Surrender?
Yeah, this shit cooked. It cooked like it was going to cook like it always cooked. I guess we're not going to talk about the pre-show. Didn't watch that?
Nope.
Okay. Well, those are two good tag matches you missed. We're pretty good tag.
Yeah, they were really good. Rascals and Speedball Mountain was a really good match.
But anyway, yeah, Kazarian and EY, two veterans, two guys who know each other, two guys been doing it for like 20-something years. You think they won't go cook? Huh? You thought they won't go cook, you silly bitch? Get your dumb ass on YouTube and watch that shit. What, $5.99? I don't care how much. $5.99. Get your dumb ass up there and watch them cook. Or there was reversals, all types of fuckery. Yeah, hit him with his finisher. He couldn't kick out. Whoop the dog shit out that ref. It's beautiful. Masterclass. Great wrestling. And now the winner, EY, gets himself a title shot in a couple weeks.
God,
nothing wrong with that.
Just a comparison of what EY was doing in WWE to this. It's like a completely different person. Sticks, I was missing out on some good EY matches, what he can actually do in the ring. So once again, thank you for introducing me to the TNA brand. What did you think of the kickoff match to No Surrender?
Yeah, it was a great opening match. Couple of TNA OGs out there cooking to start off the main card. Both, like you said, Frankie, heel man, he's out here. There'll be nothing between him and the championship. EY's out there to prove why he should be a championship contender. Hit him with the Fade to Black. EY was able to kick out. Frankie took his eyes off EY. Didn't give him enough attention. What happens when you don't keep your eye on the ball? EY was able to roll him up, get that 1, 2, 3. EY is going to head the sacrifice to face the winner whoever wins the heavyweight championship match that was going to happen later on in the night. whoever it is, EY will give him a pretty good fight. I mean, TNA EY is really good. Like they allow him to cook. He's been a champion in that organization. So I mean, it was a great opener with two TNA OGs.
TNA EY is great at everything. He has the entrance theme, he's got the moves, he's got the experience. Let's just not have him hype up the crowd before pay-per-view starts. That's my only request. But the next match was for the TNA Tag Team Championship. It's A, B, C with a new theme, thank God, versus the GYV. It was the best of three. This is the third match in that. A West Side Gun was in attendance. Ace with an injured arm gives the GYV a target. GYV showing why they are a team to watch with their explosive offense here. But click, click, boom, the ABC just as impressive. I think I've heard Gibson shout lad 7 times already. Scarf shenanigans. They're telling a hell of a story here, keeping Chris Bay in dire straits most of the match. 1 and 2 countered. Chris almost put to sleep. GYV Doomsday Device takes out Ace on the outside. Luckily, not for long, though. Ace with scarf shenanigans of his own. 1 and 2, ABC retain Sticks. Another great match from 2 incredible fucking tag teams here. What did you think of the TNA Tag Team title match?
This is a great match. I thought this was the match of the night, match of the card. I mean, these guys went out there and they cooked our tag team, the nation's tag team, the world's tag team, the tag team out here that's out here ending racism, trying to end world hunger, end the national debt. They're out here doing the Lord's work versus not the GYV, but the GYR. These boys, these two teams, man, I tell you what, this was great. I mean, like you said, GYR, they kept Chris Bay in the ring while playing up Ace Austin's anger, like the shenanigans they were pulling. Ace was coming on. They did stuff on the outside. Ace was trying to move his way around to check on his tag team partner. Ref kept telling him get to the back. It was really great. Like they had split the team apart and basically was working on one while torturing the other one. But when Ace got in, ball of fire, hit numerous moves. They had started working on the arm. Didn't really show it all that much. Ace was hitting all his stuff. The Doomsday Device outside the ring was great. When I think it was Drake hit that coast to coast. Yeah. After the move that Gibson, oh man, that was so great.
The lung blower in the corner.
Lung blower, it held him there, coast to coast. I mean, these two tag teams. I mean, say what you want to say. TNA tag team division. I mean, it's getting up there to be better than what AEW has. They don't have as many tag teams as AEW has. But when they trot out these tag teams, these boys are cooking. And this was another example of it. Like I said, I thought this was my match of the night. And our boys were able to pick up the dub, finally put to rest the GYR. And now we get to see who's next for our boys, the A to B to C. And it was a hard-fought victory for those guys.
I think my favorite part of this match was how angry and how passionate Ace Austin was. Like it was great. And they came out with 2 great matches to start this PLE Caesar. Your boys, the A, the B, the C, came out on top. What did you think of this tag team championship match?
PLE, we ain't talking about the Fed. This was a YouTube pay-per-view.
Moving on, we had PCO versus CON.
Ain't nobody watched that trash. Yeah, you damn right. The Finesse Club, Ace Austin Club. Shit, they got 2 clubs for your mama after the show. If your name is Jake, the damn A, the B, the C, out here fighting these grizzled young racists, just hating that these boys are trying to end everything bad with the world. They're trying to save the rainforest, end world hunger. Yeah, doing the Lord's work. You know what I'm saying? They're trying to stop these Palestine niggas and Israelites fighting and shit. These niggas These niggas is trying to teach Trump that we need China. That he's over, they over there, just being everything that Mr. King wanted in a dream. These boys, these young, sturdy gentlemen, they out here just doing, yeah, like Stick said, doing the Lord's work, and it ain't even Sunday. It was a nice old Friday. Just doing the Lord's work. They didn't even. These fellows went and passed out food at the homeless shelter and was not in the slave kitchen with me and the coalition after the damn pay-per-view. I still took Kushida because that's my man. I had to call and get him in there, but I called and got him in there like I said I would. We's at the slave cookery dinner. He and the coalition, Kushida. I knew my boy was gonna bring Ace. I knew Babe was gonna bring Ace. No, they was passing out food to the homeless. So I got them a plate to go. I got them a plate to go. I got to give my boys. I got to get the energy, get the healing back. You know, he's in New Orleans. You know what I'm saying? A couple hurricanes. Got them a plate. After they fed the homeless, I didn't feed the homeless because fuck them niggas. I don't know. Even some bitch. I'm not like them. That's why I look up to them. When I grow up, I still ain't gonna be like them because they too nice. Because fuck the homeless. But still, if I wish I could, I would. Damn Skippy. They out here wrestling a hell of a match. And I'm gonna give it up to the Grizzly Young Racists because they had a good plan. They were trying to break down Bay because they knew Austin was hurt. Knew he was hurt. So they said, yeah, get that hurt crack over there. We don't worry about him. He down. He dead. We gonna fuck up this nigga. But they forgot he had the February powers. Because you remember that time in the match, they hit the Doomsday Machine? Austin was out. He was dead to the world. Chris Bay felt it. He was in New Orleans. Home of real niggerdom. Real niggerdom in voodoo. He's down there in the New Orleans street. He felt that shit. His heart started beating. It was beating like an African drum. It was like, do. He felt the power. And he was cooking them niggas for like 5 minutes in that ring. Sorry, cooking them crackers for like 5 minutes in that ring. He was taking them out. He was hitting chicks, tried to hit a finesse club off the ropes. He hit the famouser, spiked that bald ass cracker. Man, he was cooking in that ring. Like Emerald was up the street, telling the slave dinner code, for dinner for the coalition. He was cooking harder than them. It was fresh slaves too. We're gonna talk about that later. Yeah. They got freed after the dinner, but let's talk about that later. Never mind. Y'all. But yeah, these boys pulled it out. Like I knew they would. I wasn't scared. Because see, times get tough when you were that good of a person in the world's an evil place. We all know Sangria. World's an evil place. Them boys had faith. And they pulled that shit out. And they beat them racist. They're still TNA Tag Team Champions. And I drank some Hennessy after that match. I felt good about myself.
Up next was PCO versus CON. Ends in DQ. The timekeeper assaulted, zip ties, neck snaps, and time was officially killed. Yeah, Cesar, I don't blame you at all. Sticks.
I fast forwarded. I fast forwarded through this whole fucking thing.
I just wrote those 3 lines because this was the bathroom match. What'd you think, Sticks?
Yeah.
You fell asleep. Right?
No. I watched it. I wish I would have fell asleep. I wish I would have went to the bathroom. I wish I would have got on Instagram. I unfortunately watched it, and I'm not going to. I've already said too much about this and what it should already have. So let's keep it moving.
Yeah, this had to be like your 14th hour of wrestling this week. I mean, I don't know why you just
guess what? I watched it all from like 1 o'clock in the morning this morning up till like 11:30 this morning. So yeah, your boy got a lot in.
You know what? I think this match helped the next match, which it was already good. I love this next match. I love this match a lot. I would put it on the tier as the ABC versus the GYV. It was for the Knockouts Tag Team Championships. It was Decay versus MK Ultra. These 4 must be scissor buddies backstage because they fucking each other up. Killer Kelly's cheeks clapping and bouncing more than usual. Rosemary and Kelly mashing foreheads. Way more aggressive Havoc smashing bitches. Snowplow by Masha to Rosemary gets the victory. MK Ultra are now 2-time tag team champions. The attack continues post-match. Danny Luna and Jody Threat for the save. But I didn't do this match justice. It was great. It was hard-hitting. Like I said, the cheeks were bouncing. These chicks beat the shit out of each other. This is definitely worth a watch. Check this one out. Sticks, I mean, your ex-wife was in this match. She's right behind you. What'd you think of this? I mean, she's two-time tag team champions. What'd you think?
This was a great match. Knockouts, once again, when they get called on for a match, they show up and they showed out. And this match was no different. Reformation of the Decay. They took my girls. They took them. They surprised them when they did the impromptu match. Not this time. The girls were able to plan for them, able to get a game plan together, and they did. Like you said, this was a hard-hitting match. Of course, just about anything that Masha Slamovich is in is going to be hard-hitting. I mean, this chick don't pull no punches. She don't take anything easy. Kelly out there, my girl, like you said, cheeks clapping. She out here hitting moves. Decay, Havoc plowing fucking bitches over. I mean, she can move furniture and she does it very, very effortlessly. And
Facts.
yeah. And Rosemary's got an innovative offense. She shows why she's been a staple in the Knockouts division in TNA for quite a while. My girls are able to pick up the dub. Masha able to hit the snowplow. Trying to get a little bit of measure of revenge on the girls for the little bit of surprise. They're able to get the upper hand just for a little bit. But then, like you said, Jody Threat, Danny Luna, who's been throwing their hat in the ring, who I believe a couple weeks ago, Danny was able to pick up a dub on my girl. So, I mean, I might throw them into maybe the tag team picture. But all in all, a great Knockouts tag team match, and happy to see my girl becoming a 2-time knockout tag team champion.
Well, real quick, Sticks, had we done predictions, would you have predicted this? Were you shocked that Decay just got a one pay-per-view fucking run for the belts?
No, because I really don't think we're done yet with them. I think there's still, I think with Luna and Threat, I think you got some time down the road, either if it's going to be, I think they said Sacrifice is like 2 weeks away, so maybe they could drop. I think we're going to get like a triple threat. I think we'll somehow get a triple threat for it with all three teams. Maybe they'll do it on TV. I don't know. But because I think they're not done with all three of these tag teams, especially MK Ultra and Decay. So, I mean, it could have been longer. Yeah, it could have been. But, I mean, I'm not surprised at it, and I don't think we're done yet.
If they do a triple threat tag team match, there's 2 women that are going to get the shit kicked out of them, and they got a face for it. That's Jody Threat and Masha Slamovich are going to get fucked up. Cesar, what did you think of this Knockouts tag team championship match?
Yeah, this match was really, really good as well. All 4 of these ladies showed up, man. Just hitting the ropes, hitting each other, hitting this shit hard. Definitely that shit. PCO versus that other cracker. I'm not even gonna. I don't care. They definitely brought the energy back after that shit show match. I wouldn't even know because I didn't even watch the match. I fast forwarded them, so I didn't hear the crowd at all during that match. I ain't gonna lie to you. Y'all know I ain't watched this shit live. I was out there in them streets watching people run in the ditches. But this match was really, really good. I thoroughly enjoyed it. Surprised the shit out of me. I thought the Decay would hold on to titles a little bit longer. But, I mean, it's always, when you have a good match like that, you can't go wrong with a winner. You know what I'm saying? I was surprised, and that's always going to, hype up a match for me. Like, oh, shit, they got the titles back. You paying a little hot potato? I don't know, maybe in about a month or so when they got a show in April, I think, on 420. Maybe they try to get a, contract match back. I don't know. Maybe they might fight on Thursday. But still, good ass match. I was thoroughly enjoyed.
Up next was Josh Alexander versus Simon Gotch, the drama king, building up the history, the story between himself and the droopy titty Gotch, the history of Gotch and Josh. Gotch even approaches Aiden to strike a vaudevillain pose. I'm loving this technical clinic here. Josh takes Gotch to Suplex City. Gotch uses Josh's headgear against him, but Josh then uses it to slide out of a sleeper. C4 spike, and then Josh wins. My only complaint about this match is that I wish it had more time, because it was enjoyable to watch. Like I said, a technical clinic, Cesar. But Josh comes out on top. What'd you think?
Yeah, no, this was a super great match as well. Yeah, Simon Gotch get the little throwback. He's back. I mean, for a cracker who's been gone for what? They said 5-6 years. Motherfucker didn't look rusty to me out here fighting the walking weapon. So my only thing with this match is, if it's a one-off, then I get it why Josh would win, because they're coming back and they're trying to build Josh back up, maybe put him in the main event picture against Moose somewhere down the line. But if there's so much history in this, why not get a couple matches out of it? And not, I don't know. See, I don't want to say Josh should have lost, but I don't want to say Josh should have won.
Maybe like
you know what I mean?
Fuck shit finish or something.
Yeah, or something, or yeah, like maybe I don't know. Maybe Gotch tried to get Josh down and he just couldn't. And then he's like, fuck it, and just hits him with a chair 85 times or something, so that Josh gets the win, but Gotch gets over on him, to bring that back. And Josh be like, all right, bitch, you want to fucking fight with or whatever, and then have Josh win, that. I mean, because like that way it doesn't really hurt him. But I don't know. Maybe that's my WWE brain trying to get a couple more matches out of it, but just, it's always weird when you have like a clean finish to something you want to keep going. Like the Will Ospreay match, matches that he had were both super great, but a little fuck shit gives you a reason of why they would have the match again. Because if I beat you straight up, what the fuck are you fighting for? I know I can whoop your monkey ass. You ain't doing nothing against me. And I like the way, like, near the end of the match, Josh threw the headgear. You know what I'm saying? And he's like, oh, this is him getting serious or something. Like, like Kurt Angle used to take down shit. But no, you're right. This match was super technical as fuck. It was super, super great. This is what happens when you get a TNA match. You get some bangers after bangers, where any match could possibly suck the air out of the room, or you don't want to take a piss. But yeah, you definitely should. I can't. You spend your $5. Skip that shit like that. Skip that shit twice. But yeah. I mean, it was a great match. I really felt like any one of those guys could have won, and you could have expanded on this to keep it going further down the line. But yeah, it was a real great match.
I gotta imagine Styx was a massive fan of this match as well, seeing his walking weapon face an old rival, the rival that got him signed to TNA to begin with. What'd you think of this match, Styx?
Like you two gentlemen have said, this was a great technical match. I really hope that we get Simon Gotch a little bit more. I think he could be a really nice little cog in the TNA wheel for a lot of guys. Like you guys said, I wouldn't mind seeing one more match. Like, I think they could give one more, like, just empty the barrel, give everything you got. Do that, like, just a banger of a match. I think they could do that. I think there's one more there, like Cesar said, that you could have on a Thursday night, or even on a TNA pay-per-view. I think there's one more there. And like he said, I would have had something like that to be able to build to that, where they could have just gave the match where Josh could finally be like, I exorcised a demon from my past. I left everything out there. He left everything out there. We're done. We can move on. Then Gotch could either go back to the Indies, or if he got signed by TNA, I haven't seen anything about it, but then he can move on to somebody else. But outside of that, it was a great match. I like this Simon Gotch. Like, it's obviously we haven't seen him for a hot minute, and this guy he looks like a good guy. I like how Ringwald had played him up, how like guys got a few screws loose. He was basically confined by WWE, but once when they were both released, he got unchained. He was able to play to what guy he is, and I mean it showed. And I would like to see them at least do one more, kind of like the match they had that got Josh signed, an all-out barn burner, leave it all there. Like you got something to fight for, and maybe we will. Maybe there's something. Maybe they got some kind of direction for this. Maybe this is a one-off. But I mean, if it is, I mean, Josh, it was a great technical match, and both guys showed out and showed up, and Josh got the dub. So keep on moving for his road back to championship.
I like how you brought up Aiden English's commentary again, because yeah, he deserves props for that, because he was building out like that. He said nothing short of that ninja crazy. Like he was saying, like, that dude is insane. I can't believe we tagged with him. He's certifiable. That was great.
I will say though, if they have another one-off and Gotch is not getting signed by TNA, but could come back, he's got to win the next match.
Oh yeah.
Just because Josh beat him and got signed, he left for 5 years. He comes back, he loses. So Josh kind of did exercise the demon. But if they have one more like super blowout and Gotch is not getting signed, or hell, you can even reverse that shit. Gotch gets signed because he beats Josh Alexander, and even do like Santino coming out with a contract or some fuckery like that. That would probably be great storytelling right there, just to give him somebody else. Yeah,
for sure. This story, I don't think this story is over yet. We're gonna see something develop on Thursday for sure. Up next is for the TNA Championship in a no surrender match, the first of its kind. We had Moose defending champion versus Alex Shelley. Motor City. Kevin Knight and Kushida in Shelley's corner, Eddie Edwards, Brian Myers, and Alicia in Moose's. Shelley immediately goes to work on Moose's arm. Not sure why the ref is there. You win by tossing a towel in. You can see it from the outside. You can see it from the outside. Just stay on the outside of the fucking ring. What are you taking up space, bud?
He's got to call the match, Angry. He's got to call the match.
Shelley relentlessly attacking Moose's arm. Moose might have tweaked his knee on the outside. I love how both guys talk shit to the cornerman. Don't you care about him? Don't you care about him?
Ain't that your boy? Ain't that your boy?
Man. He's hurt.
That's your
He's
boy.
hurt. You want to prolong his career? Eddie yanks.
We need a match like that in APPW. I don't know how it's gonna happen. We need.
Eddie yanks the chair out of Shelley's hand. Shelley attacks the digits of Moose through the turnbuckle fastener. Moose returns the favor, smashing Alex's hand with a chair. I really do like the fact that it's up to someone else's judgment that ends this. Myers gives Moose brass knuckles to get out of Border City stretch. Shelley, armed with chain, reapplied the Border City stretch cornerman brawl. Shelley about to smack a bitch. Spearfest by Moose. Even chain wrapped around his shoulder. Kushida throws in the towel. Moose. So he still spears Shelley anyway for the fuck of it. This was a great match. I loved it. That was a match. This might be my favorite match on the card. I took the most notes on this match. It was great. I like the no surrender rules. Yeah, Cesar, APPW, this would be fantastic if we could do it somehow. But what do you think, Cesar? No surrender rules match.
No, it's great. I will give this to TNA, man. Like whether it's what Monsters Ball, No Surrender, the Feast or Fired, their gimmick matches, them shits be top notch. Boy, you can't be hating on these crackers and their gimmick matches, man. Them shits be good, and they do have a purpose. Moose missing, spearing a table by himself because Alex Shelley got out of the way. The crowd going hot. Moose was like, "Give me a fucking table." And then you got guys outside who can literally give you anything. They can't touch people in the ring. They can do everything. So the one thing I will say about this match is when Kevin Knight jumped out the ring and took out the system, is that's a benefit to Moose. Like if they're knocked out, they can't throw in the towel. So technically, he can't lose. like,
Yeah.
like I would just be talking shit the whole time if I was out there. I would like, yeah, take me out, hit me with a chair, stab me in the neck. If I'm down with the towel, I can't throw it in. So in theory, the guy I'm backing can't lose.
Could you
Like
imagine
I would just be.
if Crazy Steve was in your corner?
He just starts forking. Crazy Steve trying to fork a nigga. So first I thought when you remember that part where so Knight takes out the system, Kushida's still in the ring, and then Shelly was about to smack a bitch, and Kushida gets outside the ring. At first I thought there was gonna be fuckery. I thought old girl was gonna take the towel away from Kushida and throw it because the ref just saw Kushida leave with the towel, and his back was towards them. So all Moose had to do was put Shelly in a situation. And then, like, I thought she was going to throw it and then looked at her husband. Her husband would have had Moose's towel, knowing that they're in that corner, and be like, that's Kushida's towel. Now the ref's like, you right, dumb bitch. I was like, oh, that would be a real great way to have fuckery in this match. So maybe I'm just saying that for future booking. That would be a real great way to have fuckery. Because if you beat up the guys and throw in their towel, the ref's not looking, and you still got yours. I mean, that's a great way for somebody to win that match, just for the bad guys. If the bad guys had to win, but no, this match was a certified car wreck from jump, and it's one of them good car wrecks. It's one of them good car wrecks. I was like, you're always like, how these guys are being so big, fighting somebody so small. How are they going to play this out? See, this is why I think we all hate Wardlow, because he just like smashes everybody and gets the fuck out of the ring because everybody's small on AEW. And so they wanted him to look so dangerous. But be honest, you got some big nigga like Moose fighting Alex Shelley. This ain't real life. It's wrestling. Okay? He's got a job to the man somehow to make him look good. And these two, the way these two guys do it, I don't know what it is about them. They be putting on classic. They got great chemistry as big man, small man. They're both great wrestlers. I was super entertained in this match. I just got to give the edge over because NXT is fucking ruined me for tag team wrestling. I got to give it over to my man, the A, the B, the C. But this right here, this was. I got to give the ABC this much more better than this match right here because this match cooked. It cooked in all kinds of ways. The fuckery on the outside, the people ringside, the guys in the ring, the shit they were doing. Yeah. They had that fucking wrench tweaking, the turnbuckle, the chain, the chair, the table, the infighting. And I'm still iffy about this guy, Kevin Knight. What's his middle name? Huh? What's his middle name? If it's Cassius. No, it ain't the J. That's his nickname. What's his actual middle name? Because if his middle name starts with a K, he racist. He an Uncle Tom ass nigga. Because that means his initials are KKK. I don't trust this nigga, okay? I don't trust this nigga as far as I can throw him, okay? I don't trust you, Kevin Knight. Kushida might trust you, and I trust Kushida. And I
what if you find out? What if you find out it's Kevin Dark Knight?
This nigga Batman. He the black Batman, nigga? He black Batman? If he black Batman, they should have won. Nigga should have pulled out some money and slapped the bitch in the face, and they would have won, okay? Watching you, Kevin Knight, though, okay? Okay. I know my cracker. My Asian Kushida. That's my man's. And Motor City Cracker Shelly, he my man's too. Chris Sabin out there because he had big business to handle. I'm watching you, Kevin Knight. You could have spelled it without a K, nigga. You still black. Okay.
That's what I want to ask you, Sticks. Had Sabin been the corner man, do you think we would have seen the same result? Or
no.
Do you think Sabin would have lived up to what he kept saying? Remember, guys, diamond hands, diamond hands. Mm-hmm. What did you think of this match and what I just said?
I think if Sabin was out there, I don't think he would have been the one that threw the towel. I think it would have been the second person that would have been out there. Chris and Alex have been together for so long that I think Chris Chris takes to heart what Alex said. Like he said backstage, like, I don't care if he's getting ready to break my back. Do not throw that towel in, because I mean, Alex knows he's fought. He's been in TNA for so long, and now he became champion, and now he's right there. Like you don't know when he doesn't know. Nobody knows when he's going to get another championship opportunity. So you got to go out there as if like they're going to have to carry me out on a stretcher and probably pronounce me dead on the way going up the ramp for me not to want to get this championship back. The match, this was like just to me, the ABC tag team match, so fluid. It was great storytelling. It was just a little bit, just a hair above this match. But this match was great, like you guys had just said. The back and forth, the corners, the use of the environment. The one thing I liked about this match was that you did have the teams on the outside, but they couldn't interfere. Like, they could get you stuff, but they couldn't physically get in the ring and interfere in the match. That's what I like about it. Like we saw with getting the table. Shelly had Moose in the Border City stretch, was going for the rope. Slide the Nux on. Moose was able to hit him. And then Moose just chalantly, like, you thought he was going to do it again, just chalantly threw him off as if like, yeah, I needed to get out of it. I don't need it to finish it. Wrapping the chain around him for the spears was great. Even the last one when Kushida gave it in. Now, I mean, it's going to be interesting going forward, because now there's going to be a little bit of in the time splitters especially with all four of these guys. Like, Kevin Knight went out, go take the other people, which I agree with Cesar. It's like, don't do that, because you're just benefiting them. But he went out, he took them out, was left Kushida out there. I mean, even when Shelly had the back and forth with Eddie Edwards' wife, like, you could see Kushida was like, what are you doing? Like, he was kind of like, I thought maybe he was just going to throw the towel, and out of frustration for what Shelly did to Edwards' wife, but he did. He kept it. But yeah, it's going to be interesting to see where they go forward with this, because now there's going to be a little bit of rift with Kushida and Shelly. Like, Shelly told those boys backstage after Sabin said, I got a match to go get ready for. I'm not going to be out there. If you guys don't want me out there, you don't want him out there. Shelly told both guys, pointed statements, pointed mission. Do not throw that towel in unless I'm dead. And Kushida threw it in, and Moose still even speared him. So, great match. It was a great, innovative match that TNA once again is great at doing. A first of its kind. Glad to see it. Hope they do it more for a pay-per-view like this. Obviously, they need to do it for special circumstances, but I would love to see more of this down the road. And Moose moving on the sacrifice to take on EY. So see where the build of that goes.
Couple final thoughts here. Did you see Shelly's reaction after the match was over? He was like, "What the fuck? What the fuck?"
Yeah.
But
he couldn't get off the mat though. Like, he could not get off the mat. He was like, "What the fuck? Shit. Shit. I'm not gonna shit right for a week."
I like his reaction. So, like he said, Sticks, it's gonna be interesting to see how this story progresses. But I wanted to ask you, have the Motor City Machine Guns ever feuded with each other?
I don't think so. But if they did, it had to be a long time ago. And my memory bank of wrestling is getting so fucking overloaded with everything. I'd have to go back and check, but I really don't think so. I don't think they have.
Well, shit, that's 20 years in TNA, so that's a lot of fucking history. Up next is for the Knockouts Championship. It's Jordynne Grace versus Giselle Shaw. Dana Brooke is out to watch. Spanish Fly from the apron to the floor. The final 3 minutes of this was very hard-hitting, but in the end, Jordynne defeats a man again. I went on X afterwards, and Jordynne kept commenting on the clips they posted. Like, if you can, go to Jordynne's Twitter. I'm calling it Twitter. Fuck X. Go on Jordynne's Twitter.
Everybody does.
She comments on every clip and she goes, "Fuck, man, that hurt. This was the most banged up I've ever been in a match ever." Watch Goche is funny when she comments, but yeah, Jordan retains, which is great. Sticks, what'd you think of this Knockouts championship match?
Oh, it was a good match. I thought it was one of Giselle's better matches. Like you said, that Spanish fly outside on that apron going outside. Woo-hoo,
Gnarly, man.
man, it was like
Real.
right there by Ash by Elegance. It was like right there, and you can even see she was kind of like, ooh, ooh.
Yeah, she
Like,
take
hey,
it.
hey, chick, guess what? They don't pull no punches. You better get ready because you probably gonna get some bumps, bruises, and you might be walking a little funny afterwards. And that's not by getting drilled by a hard R in the back.
Batista.
Yeah, but all in all, great match. Good showing by Giselle. Like you said, the last 3 minutes was hard hitting. Her being able to hit her knee, but not get like the full momentum
Running
into
start, yeah.
Yep. The ring placement of the pin where Jordan didn't have to kick out. She was able just to get her arm up on there was great. But yeah, Jordan being able to hit the Juggernaut driver, the Grace driver, be able to pick up the dub, was great. I'm glad to see that there wasn't going to be a short title run for Jordan because I was worried with just how the rise of Giselle is like. I hope they don't pull the plug on Jordan, especially after the last month that she's had. Being in the Rumble, reclaiming that, carrying the flag for the women, the Knockouts division for TNA. I'm glad to see her continue that role, and I can't wait to see where they go forward with her next. Obviously they're talking her and Ash. So, I mean, if that is true, I hope Ash, aka Dana Brooke, I hope she put that ring time in because she's gonna need to because Jordan is a fucking force and she's one of the few women that can do anything. She's like the women's contender for the X division. She could do just about any match you would want and look good doing it. So I'm looking forward to her title run continuing.
Yeah, Cesar, this ain't no fucking this ain't WWE. The fucking Dana Brooke better be putting the work in. She's about to enter the octagon with the knockouts.
Yeah.
But what did you think of this knockouts championship match?
I thought it was good too. So I have a question for you guys because when I saw this match, the only thing I was focused on, which in the last like 5-7 minutes, I thought the match super super cool. Like right when she was attacking Jordan's knee, and then like you said, hit her finisher. When she hit the finisher, and like if you hit a finisher and somebody's like that close and like grabs the rope or puts the foot on the rope, do you feel that's like less than when a person kicks out of a finisher? You know what I'm saying?
I think
You feel like
it's
it's more like saving the finisher?
I think it's smart. I think it's ring awareness and you use less
Yeah.
your strength to kick out. So it was smart of Jordan to be aware of where she was in the ring to grab the rope. But I understand what you're saying, like less of a
Like do you consider
cheapens
it,
it.
do you consider it on the same level as kicking out of a finisher? Or do you still feel like that move, if I wasn't here, I couldn't kick out of? Like you did technically win this match, but you didn't like grab my arm when you went over for the pin. You know what I'm saying? Like a mistake on your part versus like a straight kick out. Because like EY kicked out of Kazarian's finisher in the middle, which helped him win the match. Versus like Jordan was like grab the rope. So it's not like that. Yeah, like she didn't have the energy to kick out, but she's smart enough to know that would break up the pin.
I think regardless of where she was in the ring, she was going to kick out. But I think she just noticed, hey, the rope's right here. I'll save a couple breaths and grab the rope. And then you got to think of on several different levels. Like, what if a heel does it? When a heel does it, everyone's like, what a pussy. But when a face does it, we're like, yeah, you show them.
I always feel like the heels put the foot on the rope and the faces grab the rope. And I don't know if that's like just a thing I noticed, but like, I don't know. I still think it's a smart way of kicking out, but I do think it like protects the finisher more, versus like a whole kick out. Even if it's a weak kick out, it's not a kick out. It's not like, yo, this couldn't put me down or this couldn't finish me off. This is just like you fucked up. You fucked up. You're letting me back in this. You fucked up. Versus like you had me beat and you kind of fucked up. I feel like it protects the finisher a slight way, just a slight way, but still, gives me a way to break it up. I don't know. I'm just asking you guys. I didn't hear from you, Sticks. I don't know what
Yeah,
you.
Sticks.
Oh, no, I think I wholeheartedly agree with you on it, Cesar. I think it helps protect the finisher while also showing ring awareness. Like it and plus, like you said, with the difference of heels and faces, you do notice that. Like the heels do just they casually put their foot up on the rope to be able to break it. The faces, they it's like last like it's like the struggle, they get to it. But yeah, I agree with you on it. I think it helps. It gives a degree of protecting the finisher.
Yeah.
And I like it. Like I like that because I mean, in the age of wrestling where we see so many people anymore, where we see finishers are basically almost becoming like a setup to another finisher. You like to see stuff like that. Like to see finishers preserved, especially certain ones. And like with her, that is her finisher. But it also played into she didn't get the running start on it. So
Right,
was
with the
a little bit
announcers. I
off
think
of it.
that's up to their job to like finish that out. Yeah.
Yeah. It adds to a little bit of that, but it also like you said, grabbing the rope, it helps protect it. So I liked it. I'm glad that they did that because they need to do a little bit more of that to save finishers because any more finishers, they just don't put respect on finishers anymore.
Yeah. Yeah, because you always tell it like even when somebody does finish close to the ring, like when they're gonna get the win, they don't grab the first leg, they grab the outside leg so they can't put that foot on the ropes. And then, they grab the arm or something. And I don't know, man. It's just like, I feel like those small things, like Randy Orton's always saying, it's the small things in the ring that can make a match better. And I thought that's what's really cooked in that last 5 minutes of this match. Like she got that finisher. Jordan put her arm up. So then she was super fucking like, what the fuck do I gotta do? And then started. That's what led to them hitting each other.
Like you just said, with the way they do pins, like we saw that on NXT with Briggs and Jensen, like the way Jensen was cradling the head, the way he pinned Briggs, it made it a little bit harder for him to kick out. Like he had to give a little bit more effort to kick out. And like you just said, like it's just also the way they pin. Like if you see some of them, like a lot of you see it a little bit more. We see it in WWE. Like if they see they're close to the ring, they fold the arms to make it so that they don't have to, and then while hooking the leg closest. So I mean, it plays the ring awareness, but it also, like you said, it protects the finisher.
Yeah, which I thought this was a great match though. This is a really good match. I thoroughly enjoyed this.
You just reminded me of something, Cesar, that you said Randy Orton.
Yeah.
It's the little things. Well, said little thing. I don't know if you remember at the Elimination Chamber when he RKO'd Logan. And
Logan.
After the pinfall, after Logan was eliminated, Orton put his forearm on Logan's face and turned it. This was after he beat him. Like he a little salt on the wound.
A little salt in the wound. I kicked him out of this.
Like I was like, damn. But
then Logan came back.
Yeah,
to hit him.
Yeah.
But like if you watch any of those like behind the scene things or when they're talking about stuff on the Peacock, Randy Orton is always talking about how he likes the little things in the ring. Especially if you watch that Rumble where they all beat the shit out of Nia Jax, but she beat up R-Truth and she got in. You got to watch that Rumble just for Samoa Joe and Randy Orton. Samoa Joe was funny as shit talking about Nia Jax. He goes, yeah, she's a Samoan woman. You got to beat the shit out of her. They don't listen. They'll never listen. He goes, you think you're going to headbutt a Samoan woman? You crazy. Yeah, beat her ass. You got to beat her up. And then Randy's like, when he hit her with where they all hit their finishers, and he hit her and he hits her with the RKO and he sits up and he's like, that's what he likes to bring to the ring. It's just those little things, like when you hit her, and like when he hits somebody with RKO and he's like, rah, rah, doing those things. He's like, that's what keeps the crowd hype when you hit it out of nowhere. So yeah, it's always the little things I'm looking for, man.
Speaking of little things, when he's gonna do the vintage DDT,
Yeah,
and when he goes like every time he's about to drop it, he does something different.
yeah,
When he returned at Survivor Series, he went bop, 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 bop,
right,
bop.
right, right, right. Yeah, yeah. He said it like 8 times and then
Yeah,
dropped them. Yeah,
that I love his little
yeah, yeah. He's got
ingredients
the
he adds
notices.
to the matches.
Yeah,
Are
he's got it great. I think that's why Drew did the countdown at first, and then because like Drew never hits it with the countdown because he's heel now.
Mhm.
He never hits the Claymore with the countdown. He's always counting down, and people still yell in the ring. He never hits it like Randy when he's punching the ground and he's sitting like that. He never hits it. He hits it out of nowhere, and we expect him to hit it out of nowhere. So when he's always doing that, that's when they always like push him off and do some other crazy shit. So
Kudos to the cameraman for staying on Logan Paul, by the way. And
yeah,
then you see Orton just fucking fly by and bring him down.
out of nowhere.
Excellent, excellent. But I digress. We're now at the main event of No Surrenders for the X Division Championship. It's Chris Sabin versus Ali. Crowd is hot for Ali. Sabin not able to hold onto a bow and arrow stretch. Ali disrespectful. I like it. Sabin attempts a head scissors on the apron, but does not get any of it. Ali sells it though because he's a pro. 450 onto Sabin's arm, applies the Border City stretch. Sabin is very aggressive towards Ali. Jesus, Ali was rushing towards Sabin and he directs Ali's head to the second turnbuckle. That looked rough. Good hands distract. Ali kicks out of the cradle shock. Sunset flip bomb from second turnbuckle. 450 splash. Ali is the new X Division champion. Great decision by management, having Ali with his title. It's kind of rare you see someone make their debut and become champion like this, and it's in the main event of a pay-per-view as well. It's the X Division Championship too, so a lot of unique factors heading into this main event. Cesar, what do you think of this main event for No Surrender?
Yeah, I think I hate to say it because that no surrender match being a new match
Should have made
could
it.
have main evented. I'm not saying it shouldn't have main event. I'm not saying it wasn't worthy of the main event. But this match cooked as well, and it was really, really good. I mean, we know that boy Chris Sabin can go. And we know if you give Ali a chance, he gonna deliver as well. You know, I think sometimes
Something like that.
some shit like that. You know, it sucks sometimes that the Fed has more certain rules, but they are looking out for like the product, which is the people. You know what I'm saying? The safer rules, I would say, for wrestling. They ain't letting no crackers hit no Spanish fly outside on the mats. Come on, son. Come on, son. They'll let you do it in the ring all day, which the ring is hard as fuck, so I don't understand why you would.
But they allow my least favorite move of all time, the one where they have the vertical and then they go over the top rope and they're still holding on to each other. That's enough of that shit. No more. I hate that move.
I mean, they're looking for the people not to get hurt so that, you know, they're taking the time away, because the more injured superstars you have, probably the more shitty wrestling you're gonna have. So I mean that it just happens out that way. But no, this match was super, super good. There was a lot of good back and forth. Yeah, there were times the crowd was with Shelly. There was time the crowd was with Ali, and then Shelly would win him back. And I think that's what happens when you have two great wrestlers. See, this is what AEW did wrong with the MJF for president feud with Jon Moxley. This is what AEW did wrong. They had Jon Moxley win when it should have been MJF then, and not to say MJF didn't still have a good run when he had it. But this is what the crowd wanted. They didn't want Jon Moxley. They wanted the bad guy to win. The bad guy's been doing everything to get under the skin of the good guy, to get in his head. He still had the good hand crackers come out and fuck with Shelly at the end. Yeah, he hit the cradle shock, but he couldn't put him down. He couldn't put him away. He's thinking about this. He's thinking about that. He's not super focused on the match. Even the announcers bring it up. Mustafa was right. Like, he may be a 10-time champion, but that means he lost it 9 times. They got to bring up the fuckery and the shit like that. The 450 was good. Yeah, hit the one on his arm. Tried to set him up for shit like that. Hit the one at the end. Couldn't kick out. So, look, it took two. Took two. That still makes Shelley look good. He had to hit him with the finisher twice. Still makes Shelley look like that dude. He just couldn't put him away. Mustafa had too much help. He had the security guys help him in the ring. At one point in the match, he had the good hand to distract Shelley. At one point in the match, there's many ways to play this. I mean, like, if you think about it, the big faction of good guys all lost all weekend. Kushida and them lost in the pre-show to the system. Moose beat Alex Shelley, and now Moose beat Craig, and then Shelley lost. They all lost. So they either are gonna go crazy, or they got to pick themselves up because they're all faces. Then where do you go? Is Motoshiri Machine Guns gonna beat the good hand? Motherfucker's got a contract to get a rematch for the X Division Championship. When is he gonna try to pull that? Where's Knight and Kushida going? Are they all gonna team together to fight all of them? We'll see. So there's a lot of good open stories still to go, and a lot of good wrestling still to have. But yeah, this match was definitely worthy of the main event. I'm not going to say it wasn't. It was one of the super good matches that were on this show, and this is what happens when you have good wrestlers and you can put a good show together without too much fuck shit. TNA has always proven that with these PLEs.
And a sign of a good promotion, Sticks, as you know, are great bookends. This was a great bookend to end No Surrender. Sticks, take us home on the pay-per-view. What did you think of the main event?
Yes. First time the X Division has been a main event, like straight out X Division match. One guy versus one guy. First time X Division main event of pay-per-view since 2005. They had said that. And then with Ali winning, first time in TNA history that a man debuts and wins a championship in his debut match. I thought it was great. It showed that Ali was in Chris Sabin's head. Like they had talked about it. Ali sponsored a Chris Sabin match like 2 or 3 weeks ago. That was playing on him. The show, the aggressiveness that Sabin had backstage, pushing the good hands. A lot of the comments he said. Ali even pointed out in like a quarter of the way, like a couple minutes in the match. He said he pointed his head. He's like, "I'm in your head." Saw the aggressive side of Chris Sabin, but also showed that it was the detriment to him. Like Ali was able to use that against him. Still didn't stop these guys from putting on a great match. Ali out there with the security guards. I'm surprised there wasn't really all that much more fuckery outside of them taking a top move, off the top rope move that Sabin was going to try to execute on Ali outside. Good hands. Sabin basically high faced them like a week or two ago. They were saying some stuff. They were egging him along. They come out in their an Ali We Trust shirts. Still, it was so great. There was just the right amount of fuckery, sprinkled enough of that in there to make Ali still be like the heel, but not really mess the matchup where you're like, that really put a damper on it. It was enough to make it still be like a typical face heel match. But great win for Ali. Ever since he got outright released from WWE after his 90 days, he's been hitting the ground running with this an Ali We Trust campaign. I'm glad he's keeping doing that. It's a wrinkle to this guy. Like this is good for him. And I don't know if he's fully signed with TNA. If he isn't, I think they should hurry up and jump on doing that because this guy can cook in the ring. We saw it. He was in with one of the greatest X Division champions to ever be in TNA. One half of the greatest tag team in TNA. He went out there and he cooked and he looked great in this match with Chris Sabin. So, and we've seen him in WWE. He can go out and have great matches. Now he's not shackled by that. He can go out there. He's got a little bit more free reign, and in TNA they allow these guys to cook, and I'm looking forward to it. Like Cesar said, man, Sabin's got a rematch, so I can only imagine that the rematch is going to be great. But we got so many questions going forward now with this. Like, what's Ali's title run going to be like? What's going to happen with all four of the guys from the Time Splitters? You know, we got tension in there. Sabin wasn't there. Shelly is obviously going to be mad at Kushida. There's going to have to be someone's going to have to be a buffer between that. I mean, there's just so many different questions going forward, and I mean, this was, like you said, it was a great bookend to a great TNA pay-per-view, and these guys hit out of the ballpark again.
And behind sticks, those people had a great no surrender themselves. But we have reached the end of the tripod. As always, follow my YouTube channel for everything APPW. And until next week, ladies and gentlemen, we do what we do best here on the tripod, and we make sure to give that big ups to Stallion Pete.